Since 1947, Boys and Girls Club of America National Youth of the Year Recognition Program has provided scholarships annually to youth at the state level, regional, and national levels. The Youth of the Year program, with Disney's support this year, will continue this excellent tradition of providing scholarship awards to club members to pursue a post-secondary education. The winner of this competition will head down to Madison to compete in the state competition for Boys and Girls Club. So after this, we will take a winner. We'll go down to Madison, and there's going to be another round of speeches and interviews and things like that, and a lot of fun times with the kids, the other kids from the other clubs, and then from there they will pick a state winner that will go on to the regionals. I'd like to say thank you to our judges. We have Dean Stewart from NWTC, and we have Chrissy McKay from Taco Bell, and we have Edwin Link from Boys and Girls Club of America. We appreciate all your time and effort in this. It really helps and goes a long way for our youth here. I love seeing the club members come up and say, here's what shaped my life. And we know that it's not only the Boys and Girls Club, but it's also the staff of the Boys and Girls Club. So I feel awesome. I feel awesome to work in this place, and I love seeing the other staff and seeing the joy that they get out of this. And so this is one of my favorite days. We have Liu Bang. Liu is from the West Side Nagel unit. We have Papa Duang Sabang from, is that close?
Yeah.
Nailed it. You're worried. You're thinking he's gonna wreck this. I probably did. But Papa has been with us for quite a few years. We have Shanice Campbell from the Eastside Boys and Girls Club. We have Dejeuner Williams from the Eastside Boys and Girls Club. And we have Owen Mitchell from the Eastside Boys and Girls Club. So, welcome. Let's give them all kind of a round of applause to kind of get them a little bit relaxed. I know they're nervous, but again, we're just delighted that you guys are here and doing this. It's just a wonderful opportunity. Let's get Liu Bang up here to start us off. Ready?
Hello, my name is Liu Bang. I'm currently a senior at West High School. After graduating this June, I plan on going to college for automotive engineering. But college was not always a vision for my future. Growing up, I did not always see myself going to college since no one in my family has completed college. All that changed through the resources provided to me at the club and the encouragement from my family, peers, and staff at the club. When I first began coming to the club in 5th grade, my grades were mediocre. My grades continued to slump through all my years in middle school. At the club, I was encouraged to complete my homework on time, to participate in other activities. For the most part, I did complete my grades, but I was not truly passionate about what I was learning. The passion was still missing when I began my freshman year of high school. I believed my social life was more important than my grades. One day, my mother took me aside to talk about my grades because they were sliding. My mother has been the driving force for me to work hard in school. Since she never had the opportunity to go to school, she put her heart into pushing me to be the best that I can be. I truly admire her for that. I learned about college at the Boys and Girls Club. The Boys and Girls Club was just a place that I could meet up with friends and play volleyball, but it was also a place for me to grow in many aspects of my life. While at the club, I learned to adapt to my surroundings, whether it was tough game in the gym, or a tough situation in school. The club taught me how to cope and handle any situations. The summer before my sophomore year, my eyes finally opened. I truly began to understand the importance of school, all thanks to the club. I am a very hands-on person. The club helped me harness my skills and interests. Today, I want to pursue a career in automotive engineering. My life is a car. I'm an engine. My mother is the accelerator, pushing me to be the best I can. But it is what the club has been giving me that will help me succeed. The club provided me with the resources or the fuel to push myself on my journey. It is thanks to the Boys and Girls Club that I have the skills and tools ready for me to pursue my future in automotive engineering. I said earlier that I did not have a family who finished college. Now I'm ready to change that. Now I'm ready to be the first in my family to finish college. Thank you.
We will move on now, and let's welcome Pava up to the stage.
Hello, my name is Pava Sivan, and I'm a junior at Green Bay West High School. Shy and reserved would have been two words that describe me when I was younger. I had a hard time speaking to others, and I could barely make any friends. Then I started coming to the Boys and Girls Club. Being a second generation English speaker, I had a difficult time expressing myself. I can also point to a time where in 4th grade I heard a strong argument between my parents, which led me to shut down. I stopped talking as much to people because I was afraid that more conflicts would occur. As I grew older, the staff of the club began to emphasize the importance of education. As I entered high school, I saw that some of my peers began to skip school, skip class, and, well, take the easy route. I didn't want to skip class. I wanted to challenge myself. Starting in 8th grade, I took an advanced math course that was at a high school level. Once I started high school, I began to take as many advanced classes that I was as capable of. I knew these classes would help me better myself as a person and prepare me for college, but I was still shy and reserved. One summer when I was 15, I returned to the Boys and Girls Club after not coming for 2 years. The reason I didn't come was because my mom wanted me to be at home. When I returned to the club, I was in the process of searching for a job to provide financial help. When I arrived, they gave me a Teens to Work sheet program, and I came to the job training sessions. After one of the training sessions, I went to a team room, a little shy and hesitant, and looked around. Seeing the Yu-Gi-Oh card players, I tried to talk to them because I remember playing the game when I was in elementary. The group of card players let me sit down with them and play with them, and before an hour passed, I already made 5 new friends. Pretty soon, I started visiting the club every day and participated in different programs. I joined the Keystone Club because I wanted to make a difference in the community through service learning and volunteering. Through Keystone, I learned good work ethics, and with hard work, I became president of our Keystone Club. When I look back at it, Keystone was really a stepping stone for me to becoming more engaged and outgoing. The club will always be in my heart. It's helped me realize what I wanted to do with my life, and because of the acceptance everyone has shown me over the years, I was able to change into a more social and outgoing student. I've grown very attached to this place, and it's like a second home to me. I love the way you can be here and be yourself and not be judged just because of who you are. As I stand here today, I'm no longer that shy and reserved kid. I now took part in my school play with one of the larger roles, and now I have this part in my school musical. I don't have to worry anymore to perform in front of others because of the skills I learned here. And with these skills, I'm learning how to become a singer and actor and pursuing that same dream. Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Alesia Sallis, who is our 2013 Boys and Girls Club of Green Bay Youth of the Year winner. Alesia is attending Parkside for astronomy, and What's that?
Astrophysics.
Astrophysics. I like astronomy better. It sounds cooler. I just made that up. But, so thank you for coming. This is probably, I don't know if we've ever had like a past Youth of the Year come to this event, so thank you. Appreciate that. It shows great support. All right, so next up we have LaShanice Campbell.
Hi, I'm LaShanice Campbell. I go to East High School. I am a senior. I didn't write a speech. I did not prepare a speech because I felt that if I had too much to say, and I felt if I put it on a piece of paper, it wouldn't feel like it was coming from a place where I really want you to feel why my experience is very important to me. But I've been a club member for 11 years. When I first started coming here, I was that energetic girl. I'm not gonna lie to you right now, I'm so excited I just wanna jump around, but I can't do that. But when I first started coming here, I was that energetic girl, and coming here, I felt like it was okay to be that girl. And as I got older, a lot of kids tried to tell me, well, that's not okay to be like that, or you need to calm down. But coming to the club helped me take that energy and put it towards school. And growing up with the mother that I have, she's sitting right here in the front, she's really tough on me and my siblings about school, which I had 3 other siblings that go here to the club. I have a brother named Cameron, he's 15, he comes here. I have a brother that's 23, his name's Carlton, he also attended here, and a sister who is 20 now, and she was a club member. So I would come here with my family, you know, we were local, right up the street, I come here with them, but the club, as well as my mom, always expressed the importance of school. So, pretty much I want to tell you about, work my way up to where I am now. So I don't even know where to start because it's so much. I've just done so much here. I used to be with Dare, and I got to take a lot of trips I never thought that I would take. And I got to do a lot of things I never thought that I would do until I got out of high school. Because a lot of the things that we do here, you know, my family couldn't afford it. So it was nice that I would come here, and it was nice to get to take trips and get to see places that once was not available to me. And coming here, and I get help with Power Hour, and I do homework, and they give out tickets for homework. They give out tickets to the kids who do their homework and have a raffle. And it wasn't the getting the prize that was exciting. It was the getting rewarded for having what I was doing being acknowledged. So going through middle school, I really started going through it, you know, in life, and just kind of trying to figure out who I am and where I am, and having a lot of stuff going on. But coming here to the club was a must. I'd get up early on winter break and clean the whole room, clean the whole house, because I couldn't leave without doing my chores. So I'd get up early, I'd clean the whole house, and I'd head here. I didn't know it wasn't the park, it wasn't school, it was here. And coming here gave me a sense of belonging. It gave me pride in who I was. It gave me pride in going to school. It gave me pride in just who I was. And being a club member with pride in myself gave me pride in being a club member here. So this position that I'm in right now, I didn't really take it seriously at first because I had a lot of stuff going on. I'm a senior, trying to get all these things ready at the last minute. And I get this piece of paper, Youth of the Year. I knew about it, didn't really know much about it. I got everything in last minute. And it wasn't until I decided not to prepare a speech is when I realized how important it was to me, because I've gone through so much here. I've met so many amazing people. I've laughed here, I've cried here, I've gotten bullied here, I've been the bully here. But now this position is important to me to make a difference, not only to myself and to my family, but my community and the kids that I come here with and the kids who continue to come. And I come here and a lot of kids think I'm a staff. And I tell them, like, I'm not a staff, but it's easy for them to get me mixed up with staff because I also encourage the rules here. I tell them, hey, pull up your pants, take off your hat. You know the rules. I like to enforce that because I have a lot of respect for the club, and they've had a lot of respect for me and my experiences as well, and I'm very thankful for that. But when I graduate, I plan on going to school for fashion merchandise, business, and hair and nail care. Hopefully one day own my own salon, boutique, whatever it is. But the club knows, anyone who knows me knows I'm into fashion. I like that. So it's nice to come here, and even though I don't have a sewing class at school, I can come here in the art room and I can say, well, hey, I want to make this, can you help me make this? And they say yes. You know, it's hardly ever a no with them, and they make the things that you feel are impossible, they make it possible. And I love and respect you guys for that. And I love and respect you guys too for giving me this chance to be up here right now. So I'm gonna leave it at that. That's my speech. I'm starting to sweat because I'm really nervous, but thank you for your time.
Next up for us is Dejeuner Williams. So, come on up.
My name is Dejeuner. I'm 17 years old. And I just want to say before I start my speech, it's not really this long. I did not bring my glasses today, so before you came, my big, floated up a bit. Growing up as the only child in Green Bay, you can only imagine how lonely and bored I was. Most people think that when you're the only child, you're a spoiled brat and you get anything you want. Well, that's not all too true when you're the only child living with a single mother who has not finished high school, struggling by herself to make food and shelter for her family. Things were not always this hard for me and my mother. When my father was alive, I remember getting just about every toy I wanted for Christmas. I did not know back then why or how I was receiving so many gifts for my birthday or the holidays, or just because back then. I thought both of my parents just had good paying jobs. My mother and father had never gotten married, yet they were together since my mom was 14 years old and my dad was 16. My mother had told me 2 years later when she was, my mother had me 2 years later when she was 16. My mother and I were living in Green Bay while my father had left to Gary, Indiana to visit his family, as he always did when him and my mom got into an argument. Sometimes I had so much anger built inside of me as a little girl, seeing my mother be hit in the face, thrown around the house. What could she have possibly did to upset him that much? He never hit me the way he did my mother. Instead, if I did something wrong, he would hit me repeatedly with a belt. Through all of that, I still loved my dad. He was still like a father. He made sure that my mother had what we needed to get by. I remember it was a few days before my cousin's birthday party. My mother and father were arguing. He left, but this time he did not come back. The day of the party, I arrived, and my cousin came out the house yelling, saying that my father had been murdered. I thought it was a joke. I didn't believe him until my aunt set me down, holding me and telling me what happened. She told me he was in Gary at his relative's house in the basement when someone came in from behind him and shot him in the head. You see, all the presents and the money I got back then, I didn't realize until I got older that my father was a hustler. The men had robbed and shot my father. Going through all of this and as being alone as the only child, my mother wanted me to make new friends. And that is when she decided to take me to the Boys and Girls Club. I've been attending the club ever since then, ever since I was 7 years old, and I'm 17 now. I've been in several activities over the years that have gotten me engaged with other teens and kept my attitude positive. Activities like Teens to Work, College 101, and Keystone. During my experience with Teens to Work, I learned how to fill out job applications, type up resumes, and write outstanding cover letters. I learned how to do all of this by attending our weekly meetings and participating in assessments we were assigned to complete. This program also prepared me for one-on-one interviews as well as group interviews. I began working at the club when I was 15 years old. It was a temporary job, but due to the knowledge I gained, I was able to find another job. Another program I enjoyed at the club was College 101. Being a part of this program and learning about all the different colleges that existed really made me want to strive for a better education. We took trips to a few different colleges and I enjoyed learning about each and every one of them. We also went on a website called Career Cruising and took learning assessments that gave us a better insight of careers that may be good for us based on the answers we had chosen. We also took a few tests online to prepare us for the Accuplacer test, which really helped. Both are very great programs. However, personally, I would say I love Keystone the best. This program gave us teens an opportunity to give back to our community. We prepared small meals during the winter, like hot cocoa and hot dogs, and served them to people at our public bus station. We also went to nursing homes and played bingo with a few of the residents. We also made conversations with them and listened to them as they told us a few stories. We also participated in a hunger march, which we held up posters that we made to get word out that Green Bay is fighting against hunger. After the march, we walked to Manna for Life and helped serve meals to the homeless. It made me feel good about helping those in our community. I was very proud of myself. During my junior year, my behavior went downhill in school. I was engaged in a fight, and the school had decided that it was best for me to attend an alternative school called Transfer Change. Transfer Change is held here at the Boys and Girls Club during school hours, which made me feel a little bit comfortable since I'm familiar with the setting. I only went to school for 3.5 hours, but I got more than a lot done in those hours. I also got a load of homework each day that required at least 4 hours of homework each day. During class, teachers were available, but majority of the work you had to do was on your own. It was overall a great experience for me. I noticed my attendance was phenomenal, and it felt good knowing that I did work independently. While attending Transfer Change, my mother had moved. I wanted to stay because my senior year was approaching and I did not want to fall behind in school. My teacher told me that during my junior year, I had 19 credits and only needed 3 credits to graduate. In this case, I could graduate early. My school social worker recommended that I apply for transitional living, which is a program through family services. I applied to the program hoping that I would get my own apartment. It took months of calling back to back, but they finally came around. They could not move me in until I was 17, so I stayed with my aunt until August of 2014. Jess, Dwight, Kevin, Carrie, and other staff members helped me get situated in my house. Jess was extremely helpful. I have known her for many years, and I knew she was someone I could talk to about my situation. She immediately emailed a number of staff members to see if they could help me with house supplies. The club helped me out by buying me pans, pots, cleaning supplies, and even a bed. I am very thankful for everything the staff at the Boys and Girls Club has done for me. I am currently a part-time CNA and finished high school early due to, I said that backwards, I'm sorry. I am currently a part-time CNA and finished high school due to early graduation and will be starting classes at AWTC January of 2015, a week from now. I will be taking general studies courses and plan on transferring to UW-Madison to study law. I can honestly say the Boys and Girls Club has led me to a healthy future. Thank you.
All right, last person of the night is Owen Mitchell. Owen, the stage is yours.
Hello everyone, my name is Owen Mitchell. I am a senior at Green Bay East High School. I am 17 years old. Next fall I plan on attending Hamlin University to study international business and Spanish. I first came to the Boys and Girls Club about 2 years ago to work out with other members of my basketball team. I never really thought the club would ever be anything more than just a place to go work out. But in these past 2 years that I've been a member, I've realized that it is much more than that. The club has granted me opportunities and created relationships with people that I never would have been able to receive had I not showed up to work out that one day. I was a little intimidated when I first came to the club because I wasn't exactly sure what to expect. But as soon as I walked through the door, I was welcomed with smiles and warm greetings from staff members who immediately silenced any of my doubts or worries. I have been introduced to so many interesting people who come from all different walks of life, and they all have opened my eyes to the different ways people live their lives. And from every one of those people, I have taken something valuable that they have said or done and used it to better myself, my life, and the people around me. My first college tour was done with the club. It was to the University of Milwaukee, and even though that is not the university that I will be attending next fall, that tour opened my eyes and gave me a taste of what college will be like. Also, while on that tour, I learned of extremely valuable tips and strategies to use when on other college tours. I later implemented and used many of these tips when I went on my first tour to the college that I will be attending next school year, Hamlin University. In my household, my two mothers have always preached the importance of academics, and at the club, it is no different. The completion of homework and studying is mandatory at the club, but it is not made into something that students dread or try to find a way out of. Through the knowledgeable and attentive staff's constant assistance, I have been able to better myself as a student in more ways than one. Not only have I become a better student, friend, athlete, and person through the club, but I've also become a better leader. The wide age range of youth that are at the club allow for older members like myself to mentor, guide, and show the younger kids at the club how to become better people as they grow up. My friends and I try our hardest to instill values such as responsibility, respect, and a good work ethic into the younger members so that they too can successfully progress the way we did. Thank you.
After all the interviews are finished, they will kind of debrief and then pick the top 3.
This was a very difficult process for the judges. They did not take this work lightly, and all 5 candidates were highly competitive. So thank you again for waiting and being patient. The judges definitely did their due diligence in making a thorough decision, and I will turn the mic over to Dean Stewart, who will present the 3rd place, 2nd place, and 1st place candidates.
This was really hard. I've done this for the last few years, and this is the very first time that we've asked every candidate to come in for an interview. And it really spoke to the fact that all 5 of you just did a great job. I mean, we talked a lot about this, and quite honestly, any one of you 5 could be the number 1, 2, or 3. And even if you are not one of the top 3, just know this was really hard. So you guys should be super proud of yourselves, because each one of you is accomplishing great things now, and I see great things in your future. So just please know that. So after a lot of discussion and debate and talking about it, our 3rd runner-up is Lashanice. Come on up. Great job.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is yours.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Our 2nd runner-up, or really the second place, first runner-up, is Fava. Congratulations.
Hey, yeah, excuse me, congratulations. There you go. Yeah, of course.
And our 2015 Youth of the Year for Green Bay Boys and Girls Club is Dejeuner.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And you get.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3. One more. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Basketball
One more, silly one.